For most of America's history, midwives played an important role in childbirth and prenatal care. Traditionally, midwives were women who were trained to assist with childbirth, but did not have a formal medical education like nurses or doctors. Women of all races and backgrounds have practiced as midwives, but in the pre-Civil War South, most midwives were enslaved and attended both black and white mothers' births. The responsibility of delivering babies gave enslaved midwives a unique relationship to their enslavers. Midwives earned a level of trust, if not respect, from the white families they assisted, and were also in charge of making sure that enslaved mothers' babies survived and could eventually join the enslaved workforce. Some midwives were able to use their positions to gently advocate for the needs of enslaved pregnant women. For example, a plantation owner might listen to a midwife warning that a pregnant woman was at risk of losing her baby if she was forced to work her normal grueling schedule in the fields. The plantation owner, who likely didn't care about the woman's health, but wanted to make sure that another slave was born, might allow the woman more breaks, or give her lighter duties. As medical discoveries were made and technology improved throughout the 1800s, many people began to think that it was better to have a doctor attend to childbirth, or for women to give birth in hospitals instead of at home. Still, midwives of all backgrounds continued to provide important health services for poor women who couldn't afford a doctor. This was especially true in Black communities after the Civil War, where many white doctors refused to treat Black patients, and Black doctors were hard to find because of racist barriers to higher education. Reforms in the early 1900s that were meant to increase the safety of childbirth ended up especially impacting Black midwives. Midwives were required to attend training classes that prohibited the use of traditional remedies and techniques that were passed down for centuries, including some that could be traced back to Western Africa. Midwives also had to submit paperwork documenting any childbirth, or risk losing their license. Black midwives, especially older women who had been born into slavery when it was illegal in many southern states for enslaved people to learn how to read and write, were less likely to be able to complete the paperwork than their white peers. Margaret Charles Smith, who was born in 1906 and was granted a special permit to continue working as a midwife after her home state of Alabama outlawed the practice in the 1970s, estimated that she had delivered over 3,000 babies over the course of her career. She maintained that no mothers died in her care, and only a few babies did, which is remarkable considering that during the years Smith practiced, an average of about 43 out of 1,000 babies born to Black mothers died. For comparison, about 24 out of 1,000 babies born to white mothers during that same period died. Midwives still practice throughout the country, and many states have reevaluated their licensing laws so that people can choose the best childbirth options for themselves and their families, whether that's at home or in a hospital, with a doctor or a midwife.